You're watching this broadcast. I'm extremely glad that you decided to join me today. It's time now for our 9 for 9 with me, Pastor Carzadean. Won't you come on in? Let's get some words of wisdom, praises in, prayers, and worship. Come on in. Let's get started. Good morning, good morning, good morning this morning. How are you and you? I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. I'm doing just fine. Wow. I have something I want us to talk about this morning. This is Pastor Carzadean, and I'm so glad to be in your presence one more time. Just give me the space of about 9 minutes on this 9 for 9 morning. I want to talk about something this morning that's going to help us. I know it helps me to think about it sometimes. When I want to accomplish things, when I want to get things done, when I feel there's a need or an urge, comes about to do certain things, and I get visions of things I want to do, and God gives the vision, and we have to do the work and the planning. But I'm going to tell you this morning, I have to remind some of us this morning that doing nothing gets you nothing. So if you at that entrepreneurial spirit, you think, or you want to start this or start that, you want to go forward in life in a different manner that you've been going. You even want to embark upon a relationship. You're thinking about marriage. You're thinking about, wow, bringing children into the world. Well, I have to remind you, doing nothing gets you nothing. These things come with some planning, and many of us have found ourselves in life situations we didn't plan for them, but they came about anyway. And they mostly came about because of things that we did, sometimes things that we didn't do. Have you ever seriously thought about how you got where you are? Where are you today? How'd you get to that place? What's life status? What's really going on around you? Where are you really? Wow. What got you to this place or point in your life? And I'm just giving you some questions that are food for thought. I really want you to think about that. Where am I right now? How did I get here? What's my now? Y'all know I love that word now, N-O-W. Capitalized, bold print, and underlined, now. Did you choose the road to your now, which was your destined place? Are you sitting there right now thinking, am I in a mess? Or is your thought that, wow, I'm really blessed? Doing nothing gets you nothing. So how'd you get there? How are you going to get where you want to go for your next step? How are you going to make it through even today? How are you going to make it through this now to your next now? If you didn't do anything to help your case or your cause, you shouldn't be expecting anything either. Doing nothing gets you nothing. We sit back sometimes and we look at others, and it seems as if they're flourishing. They're moving up the pole or the ladder ahead of us. They're being recognized when we've been working hard, at least we think. Wow, many of us do work hard, and sometimes we're not recognized here. But for those of us who are doing nothing, it's going to get you nothing. You can't just get in line. Let me give you this example. You can't just get in line at a grocery store without having a need for purchase. They're going to think something's wrong. So let's do this. Conversation. Scenario. Here's the cashier. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Whatever. Oh, I'm sorry. Not that one. Good morning. How can I help you? Customer. Looking like deer in headlights. Cashier, you like to purchase something? Customer, this is a grocery store, isn't it? Cashier, yes ma'am, or yes sir, it is. Customer, still looking like deer in headlights. Cashier, I need a manager at register 3. You see, if you do nothing, you get nothing. That may have been a scenario that you really can't attest to, but think about it. If you go into the grocery store, you're going to purchase something, groceries, some item. If you're going to make a purchase, you got to have something with you when you get to the cash register. Otherwise, you're going to get nothing. Wow. I need a manager at Register 3. Sometimes we need the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit to come and assist with what's going on. If you do nothing, people, you get nothing. Hey, we don't live in a world of mind readers. We don't live in a world when we can just think about what you're thinking about. We don't live in a world, wow, where we know what you want if you don't tell us. Doing nothing gets you nothing. We don't live in a world where you're just handed everything you need just because you're you. Now that might work for the rich and the famous in some aspects, but listen, that's not all it's about. Really, that's really not what it's about at all. You do nothing, you get nothing. Listen, you can't expect that job to come to you if you never put in an application. Think. You can't expect to get that promotion if you're one of those hiding in the closets during work time. You're sleeping it off in an empty room when you should be working. Doing nothing gets you nothing. You're just showing up every day, clocking in and clocking out. Doing nothing gets you nothing. You might get that paycheck that's due you, but guess what? You're not going to get any more than what you have been promised. Let me give you James 2:16. This might help a little. For as the body without the spirit is dead, we've heard this, and we've heard this piece right here more often than not. So faith without works is dead also. But he says, for as the body without the spirit is dead, so faith without works is dead also. You can't expect things to be done, to get done, if you're not doing it. You're not putting forth some effort. You can believe that this is going to happen. You can believe, oh, it's mine for the asking, but you've got to put some work behind it. Faith without works is dead. You can believe that you're going to get that car, but I'm telling you, you've got to work to get that down payment together. You can believe that you're going to have 0.0% interest on that thing that you bought, but you better believe if you don't do something about paying it off before that expired time, there's always a catch-23, as they say. Doing nothing gets you nothing. You can believe that your children are going to grow up and be well-groomed, be committed to being supportive citizens, good citizens, but doing nothing gets you nothing. They need to be reared. They need to be reprimanded. They need to be loved. They need to be taught. Wow, doing nothing gets you nothing. You can believe that your marriage is going to work, it's going to stay together, but doing nothing gets you nothing. There has to be some work put in. Marriage and relationships, marriage, and relationships require two people. Requires more than me doing and you just sitting on the sideline, or vice versa. Doing nothing, you see this morning, gets you nothing. I want you to think about going into that grocery store, rolling that cart up to the cashier, and nothing's in it. What are you getting? What is it you want? This is when somebody looks at you and say, what really do you want? Where are you really now? Where are you at this point? Let me give you those questions again. Where are you really? What got you to this place or point in your life? How did you get here? You had to do something. If you're doing well and you prospered, you're going forward, you think about what you did to get you where you are. And then share that love with someone else. Show them the way. There was a song one time called Each One, Reach One. If we keep reaching others, we can all work to be successful. God bless you. Wow, that's my time, 9 for 9 this morning. I hope that what I've said has been an encouragement to you. It's made you think. We're going to think about this. This is a marvelous Monday to see what's on my mind. Wow. You do nothing, you get nothing. But if you do something, you will get something in return. Wow. Guess what I'm going to get me? Y'all already know. I'm going to get me some of this right here. Because this is what I like to do. I like to do my tea so I can get my cup of positivity. God bless you. You have a marvelous, mindful Monday.